Our next team is from the Executive MBA, and they're seeking to position themselves as the next Airbnb of office spaces for short-term use. So when you're from out of town and you want to work, you no longer have to sit at a noisy Starbucks. Please welcome Habitise.
Thank you. Hello, good evening, everyone. Well, I'm pretty sure you all know these two companies, but what do they have in common? Well, they have changed the world of traveling. Airbnb in the side of accommodation, and Ryanair in the side of transportation. But what's happening with the world of working? Well, the truth is that if you don't have a permanent office, you only can improvise to go to Starbucks. Well, so whether you can't afford a permanent office or whether you have 6 hours extra in Barcelona because your meeting has been canceled, where do you can go? You only can go to Starbucks. But now what we have is Habitise. We have developed a real and exclusive and accessible platform where you can book flexible working space close to your current position and where you can have additional services to work properly. No? But hasn't anyone done this before? Well, the reality is that yes, there are several companies that have done this. But has any one of you heard about them? Well, the answer is not, because renting an apartment is not the same than renting flexible working spaces. You know, you must have a much more robust and complex platform, and at the same time, there are several issues that people don't take very seriously regarding to apartments, you know, like security, logistic, or even timing, you know. So we are going to provide a new platform for renting flexible working spaces. We know we have already competition in Spain, Spacezone and SpaceV, but we think they haven't grown that much yet, because the same reason that the other global companies haven't made that impact. Our business model is very simple. Here you have a real example. Juan Duran is the CEO of Factory 5, a company from the south of Spain. Once a month, he comes to Madrid to rent a meeting room because most of their clients are in Madrid. So we collect the money and we return the money to the supplier, subtracting our commission fee. But here we have one of our differentiator points. We are going to use hotels chain in order to escalate the project in a faster and more secure way. The market size of business travel in Europe is huge. We are targeting Europe, but we are going to start in Spain. If we take into account only Madrid and Barcelona, we are speaking about 10 million possible clients. These are one-day business travelers. How we are going to do it? First channel, online. But our second and third channel are also differentiator from the rest of the companies. We are going to go through travel agencies, a large corporation, to launch them tailor-made packages of services in order of working spaces. We also are going to have physical presence where executives are, in railway train stations, airports, or exhibition centers. We are two in the team, Maria Eugenia and I, both are executive MBA. We have experience in working in companies. We have launched this project because we have suffered the problem of working in Starbucks. We know we are talking about. We expect at the end of next year to have break-even and 1.5 million of revenues by the end of the second year. And for that, what we are asking is 200K euros of funding that we are going to invest mainly first in the technology we need, the application and the API, and secondly, we are going to spend most of the time in marketing that we think we need. Thank you very much.
Yeah, there are successful models like this outside of Spain. You have two competitors here, so yeah, and maybe you said it and I missed it. Can you repeat why what you're doing is different than your competitors in Spain? And second part of the question, what are the frictions that keep a US or European player from coming into the market?
Well, in Spain you have a Spaces On and a Space B, and they are more focused in companies as customers. They don't make tailor-made packages of ours to sell to large corporations, and they don't use business travel agencies. That we think is one of the keys to sell a lot of spaces at the same time and get a lot of traction. On the other side, on the side of suppliers, they don't use hotel chains as suppliers. We think this is a key in order to escalate the project very easily.
But if you rely on the hotel chains, first of all, they can potentially offer that at some point themselves, and you're going to charge the end user 100 euros per day. That's quite equivalent in many cases of actually a day in the hotel where he gets the Wi-Fi, gets the place to work.
Sorry, but the hotel chains has a lot of empty space, for example, in the first floor always, or meeting rooms on the one hand. On the other hand, if you get like 5 people in the hotel, you do cross-selling with this because they are going to need the cafeteria or the bar or the restaurant, and at the same time maybe they want to take a nap, you know, and they can book a room to take it. So it's very interesting for them. We've spoken with 3 hotel chains, and they are interested in this. The thing is, we need the API in order to synchronize the calendar with them, to work with them. You know? Okay. Any further?